Perfect timing. So, allow me to say this. I started commissioning some art for Solaris Knights. And during the break, I was like, it's been a while since I heard from the artist. Maybe I'll check up on them. Went to my Twitter DMs. I was like, wait a second. Why isn't this person at the top of the Twitter DMs list? Then I was like gaslighting myself. I was like, did I not have that conversation? Did I just imagine it all? So I went to my Gmail and I was like, oh, no, there are definitely emails. And I went, and that person has disappeared off the internet entirely. All of their profiles have been deleted.
Wow.
So guess I'm not getting that art. Second follow-up I have is...
Did you use PayPal?
Oh, no, I didn't pay them yet. They insisted that they pay at the end.
Oh,
So,
well, that's good.
Yeah, that part is good.
Commission.
Just don't worry about it. I tell you their name, but they don't exist anymore, so it would be worthless.
I guess that's fair.
Someone was like, damn, Arthur, James burned you so bad during the intros. And I was like, no, friend. When James is like, I can go to the movie theater and get a haircut, that's when James burned me bad, okay?
I was disappointed to see this week they're talking about pushing back Black Widow even further because they can't put it in cinemas in the US, whereas the rest of the world were like, yeah, we can go to the cinema.
Go fuck yourself, rest of the world. Some of us here are really trying, guys. We're really trying.
Yeah. Jesus.
Poland's still in lockdown, so...
Yeah.
Monday, I'm supposed to talk to my doctor about getting a vaccine. So we'll see if Delaware has its shit together.
Man.
Registered at like 3 different pharmacies for if they have any extras to give me a call.
Oh my god, how are you guys getting that? I'm like fucking years away from getting a fucking vaccine.
Dave, America is good at one thing since World War II, and that is logistical industrial deployment. We are really good at making stuff very quickly once we've decided on what direction we're going.
Cool. You want to buy one of those and send it over here?
No, I do not.
It wouldn't make it.
Yeah, it would.
Because unfortunately,
unless I also bought a Concorde aircraft.
Yeah. Unfortunately, all of the vaccines that are currently in production require some pretty severe temperature control.
Meanwhile, speaking of a planet beset by a viral plague, mindless nobodies constantly moving through the streets.
Okay. So you head your way through the various districts now. Harlock's Folly is actually back out to the west near close to the spaceport, actually. So you effectively, it's not in the middle of town, it's on the edge of town. And it sort of sits right on the inlet of the mouth of the river as well, or where basically where the sea comes into an inlet for the harbour. So it sort of overlooks the city from the other side. It's a tall and impressive building, although it looks like it's fallen into disrepair just from a pure lack of maintenance, So in some cases, windows have been broken and have just been replaced by board on the inside. But it does still look like it's been, it's currently utilised. Like there's lights inside. They've erected like a cyclone fence out the front of the property, and you can see Arbitrate's vehicles parked out the front. There is like a gatehouse as well, where there's an officer in a bluish black uniform checking anybody through, although no one's coming or going at the moment. Although there are, there's information about where you can go to report unquiet sightings, or there's also like there's signage where you get in the gate indicate where you should go. So it's like for inquiries is straight ahead, for cadaver drop off is to the left.
Cadaver drop off.
So do we need to talk to these guys in order to get in?
Well, I mean, you can just drive straight past the gatehouse. There is no boom gate, but the protocol would indicate that you stop and talk to the person at the gate.
Nero's like looking at Wally. He's thinking about it, and then he goes, "Make sure to stop, Wally."
Okay, no worries.
We need to send in the cherubs.
Yeah, I mean, the Chimera doesn't really have like a driver's side window, so you've got to pretty much.
We got the sword spot, right, where you get out.
The hatch, the cupola.
Probably
about the cupola. Okay, no worries.
Yeah, Pierre will open the hatch
okay, no worries.
to talk.
Does someone like extend an umbrella for you first?
Nero will do so.
We just have driving rain, just flooding the Chimera.
This person looks up at you like a bit surprised to see someone rolling up in a chimera. Yes, how can I help you, sir?
Yes, I am Lord Commodore Pierre Cowles. I'm come here to speak with your, well, essentially your chief.
Is this an arranged meeting, or you're looking to meet with him now?
Meet with him now.
He gets out like a small walkie-talkie like device and gets on the comms. Hello, Marshal. There's a Lord Commodore. He looks back at you again expectantly.
Pierre Cowles. I said it the first time.
Pierre Cowles here, asking to see you.
Tell him the name of our ship.
Of the Hand of Calixis.
Of the Hand of Calixis, sorry, sir.
Wait, no, you just ruined my charm roll.
But you made me more powerful.
All right, I'll send them. I'll send them in. And he cuts off the walkie-talkie and says, "You could park over there by the repressors, and Marshal Constantine will meet you at the front doors."
Excellent.
Right.
It is Pierre just like bangs the top of the chimera. It's like, you heard the man. Over by the repressors, Wally.
Okay, so Wally goes and parks. Now, my question is, like, does your entire entourage pile out to meet this guy? Like, is it just the four of you, or do you also bring everybody else that you have?
Bryn and the guardsmen who are also
Cade, the Arcana artifacts, you know.
I think it's just the four of
Rosen and
us.
Roizen.
Yeah.
I think it's just the four of us, then maybe Cade. Just because he's good backup.
Okay, no worries. So the man that comes out to meet you is wearing an Arbiter uniform, and it's like clearly because you've seen Arbiters before, and you know what a marshal looks like. They have quite a degree of finery on their uniform. This guy's uniform does not look like a marshal's uniform. It looks more like a adjutant or some other like you know mid-tier person, although he's got like a marshal's badge pinned on. So he's lacking all like the tassels and the shoulder embellishments, etc. But he has got the marshal's badge, and he looks quite young for marshal too, probably late 20s, early 30s. Short blonde hair, not an overly weathered face. He's got a bolt pistol at his hip. Otherwise, he's in regular Arbiter's uniform. He looks around expectantly, trying to size up which of you is the Lord Commodore, and figures out it's probably
The
Pierre.
guy with the hat.
Yeah.
And come on, an orc figured that out.
It's true.
Wow. Holy shit. Got him.
Lord Commodore Cowles, yes?
Yes. Marshal,
I'm,
I presume?
Yes, I'm Marshal Firehad Constantine. Please come in. I'll take you through to an office space. So he like leads you into the main hall. Now this would have been like the receiving hall of the Folly, which is like, you know, would have been a big open like 2-story room with like sweeping staircases up to a balcony on the outside to feed onto external rooms. But it's been converted into an office space basically. So like desks have been put in here. There are arbiters working, making notes, taking vox calls. There's like an equipment area where they're like prepping to go out and patrol the like. He takes you through to like a sectioned off meeting room, and offers you all seats. Can I offer anybody caffeine?
Blood orange juice, thank you.
Take some calf.
The coffee comes straight away. You get the impression he sent a runner to get the juice.
Good, good.
Yeah. To what do I owe this pleasure, Lord Commodore?
I was stopping by the planet because I was actually near Kolth recently. So I was just stopping by on the way back to Port Wonder. I was just seeing how things were going, doing some sightseeing. Heard that there was a sort of clockwork building in the area that I wanted to look at.
Okay, well, there are some dangers on Sinofia right now. I'm not sure if you're aware.
Yeah, it's just some Walking Dead people. Seeing no threat, really.
I mean, they certainly kill people, but people probably not as well as equipped as your crew obviously looks to be. We haven't yet determined the origins of this malefaction, although we are investigating still and trying to control the cases where we can.
How long ago did it start? 10 years, maybe?
Thereabouts, yes.
I turned to look at the Lord Commodore.
Who's exactly 10 years old today. Oh my god.
No, but it is the time where Evangeline came through here.
Making zombies.
In Rogue Trader Cant, Adrian will say to the Lord Commodore, we should inquire after Marshal Scarman. He was supposed to be our original contact here. And this man looks newly promoted.
I believe Marshal Scarman is passed. But
Yes,
I'll do it anyway.
How would be an excellent question.
I'm going to assume
actually-
zombie.
He'll go back and do Arbites know High Gothic?
Yeah, probably. So Arbites are all, well, not all, but mostly are trained in Scholar Progeniums. So almost certainly they would know High Gothic.
I think at this point, Pierre just switched to High Gothic. As well, no, if they all know, it doesn't matter. I guess you just stay with Low Gothic. If they all know it, then there's no need to make it secret. The previous marshal, what happened to him? I actually had him as a contact here that I was going to speak with.
Marshal Scarman was relieved of duty by an acolyte of the Inquisition that almost a decade ago now.
Of course.
Not long after the issues first started with the Unquiet.
Did the acolyte give a name?
He sort of he knows they did. Like he has to sort of what he said. I'm sure she did. I haven't committed it to memory though, but I have records from that time I could pull out and I'll give you the name. But I'm curious as to your interest in it, Lord Commodore.
I mean, it's usually something with the Inquisition. There had to have been a reason.
Yes. Yes, well.
I don't really care for friends to be taken out of the spots that they deserve to be for no real reason.
I can assure you, Lord Commodore, that Marshal Scarman deserved everything he received.
Oh. Interesting. It had been some quiet time since I last contacted him. I guess things could have changed.
Give me. I want to see how much this guy does. Give me a charm roll, please. Just a straight charm roll.
Ah, damn it! I take the negative too. Fell into Adrian's trap.
Yes, but I made the bad cop stronger.
Yeah, I guess that's
My
what
power
really
has
matters.
doubled since last week. Coward.
Renowned warrant taking an effect.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a regular +10 from background stuff for charm, and then +10 for now warrant. -10, so I have +15. Is it -5 or is it -10 for charm? I don't remember.
For the ship, that's a good question.
This never happens. It never really applies to me when I need to make the roll. I make that roll so few.
It is minus.
If it's -10, we need to stop saying the Hand of Calixis in our.
We need to stop saying the name of our ship.
Never.
It is -5.
Okay. So we're only at
Pond is
+15.
like, I'm almost at the point where I could fail if I rolled a 100.
You're correct, and I rolled a 77.
Oh, Oh no, a 77.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah. So yeah, when you say you mentioned like something position, he says, "Look, I need to warn you, Lord Commodore, that the Inquisition is still here on the planet." So
Interesting.
Do you know which Inquisitor is present?
not an Inquisitor, sir. A acolyte group.
Do you have
cell.
contact with the Acolyte?
They reach out from us from time to time, but otherwise they play to their own rules, keep themselves underground. They claim to also be investigating the Unquiet, but they haven't exactly come forward with information to assist us. I believe the leader of the cell is a individual named. That's not in my notes handy. Stand by. Helos.
Interesting.
I glance to the Lord Commodore.
Snooping an NPC glance. Sorry, snooping a PC glance.
What's this glance saying?
It's just like, this is a problem I could solve because I'm an agent of the Inquisition. I could go find them.
So is Pierre, technically speaking.
But I don't know that.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you a fucking significant PC glance in character that you know what it means, because you know I could go do this, and I've done it before, and I'll do it again, and if I have to punch Adrian in the face a second time, I'll do that too. I'll go to any lengths for role-playing, man.
Okay. If you get a chance, please let him know I want to speak about him, because I am curious about the events of folding. That it seems to be everything happening within 10 years.
If I hear, so where can I reach you? Can you give me a Vox frequency?
Yes, I'll give you a Vox.
I hand him our card and a bottle of Renka that we have waiting in the machine just for when we meet significant NPCs, so they'll think fondly of us. And as I hand it over, I'll say quietly, the Lord Commodore rewards those who serve the Imperium. And God, how can I say something without seeming too corrupt? Those who keep us first in their thoughts.
Give me a +10 scrutiny roll. Anyone that's observing this exchange can give me a +10 scrutiny roll.
I'm not trying to hide it, but I am being quiet. You know, I'm not being like, hey man, let's overthrow the government. I'm being like, hey man, public-private partnership, retirement opportunities afterwards. Oh my God, I succeeded. How did that happen? Oh, you're so good at it. You're so good, Pondo. You hit a 100.
I roll really well high.
Right.
Just so everyone knows, that's a critical failure.
Yeah, I'm sticking with it. I don't notice anything.
The Lord Commodore is basically just like, I am actually quite thirsty. Yes.
He's like,
so Nero, although he is polite, you definitely get the impression that you have offended his sensibilities, that he is very much a by the book officer, and that any vision of impropriety is a problem for him. You know, this concept of a favor for a favor is just not. There is a law, and that's all there is.
That's fine. That's exactly what we want out of our precinct marshals on planets we don't control.
Yep.
Planets we do control, slightly different story. It's good to know the Imperium's justice is intact here. That's what Nero says as he stands up and walks away.
Okay.
I guess
like he puts the bottle of Rancor aside, obviously waiting to a chance to raffle it off to, you know, for money for charity or something, you know, since he can't have it or give it to any of his men. That would be improper.
Don't worry. The price tag on it says that it's $19.99, which is below the government limit. That's a little federal U.S. government joke for those from other countries.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what
at least you didn't offer to take him on a golfing trip.
Yeah. I could take him on the fucking golf cart at least. A golf cart trip.
I do have one more bit of business that I'd like to discuss with you. It's more of a...
Are you Columboing him? You turn around and walk back and say, one more thing.
I think this is what distracted me. Started to think about money for a second. And it's like, before we leave, I have some last guns that I have in my possession. About
5,000.
4,000.
Oh, okay.
I need to keep some for our ships.
Sure.
About 4,000. If you're in need of that, just let me know. We can work out a deal for how much you might want.
I mean, my men are primarily trained in hard rounds.
Of course.
Whether or not we had a need to arm the population in case of some sort of major unquiet occurrence, maybe, but I'll have to think about that one. Nero, you get a message on your Vox, Nero, like a text message. It's come from Roizen. He's letting you know that now that Cade's out of his range, he's picking up something weird from this building.
Oh.
There is definitely something about this building is putting out warp energy that is definitely negatively based. Like it's not so much demonic, but it's certainly not a good or natural thing.
It could be related to the blood oranges as to why they were so tasty.
I send him back a text message. That's a thing, right? We can do that?
Yeah, you can. Yes.
I vox him back a message.
But it's T9. It's T9 messaging.
I asked him if he felt the same. God, did we bring him to the other clockwork location?
No,
so.
I think we brought Riani.
I asked him if no, he wasn't part of the crew yet. Fuck, shit. All right, I just tell me, good job, thanks for notifying us. I'll pass it along. That's what I said.
James, is there any related roles I could make about like zombie stuff? Maybe like some sort of like, because I have mutants and I also have
so I would either take Forbidden Law Warp or Forbidden Law Heresy at -10.
All right.
I have warp. Sure, why not? I
fucking no shit. I know shit, James.
Jesus Christ.
Everyone's rolling hot tonight.
Oh. This is just...
Yeah.
The rolling
This game
glow
is-
thing kills me.
This game is really deceptive because like you have all these skills, but like if you're not at 50, you have less than 50-50 chance to do anything. So it's
like Dark Heresy is even harder because Dark Heresy you start at the base skill of 20 before you start bringing it up. So your highest skill integration will be 40.
Yeah. There was a one shot that we did. I failed every roll. And then there was one bullshit roll. I got it and won the day.
Yep. That's all that matters. You're only as good as your last roll.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that hurts. Oh wait, I succeeded on my last roll. Get fucked. Are we headed out of the room then?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna quietly inform the Lord Captain.
Just as you're leaving, your blood orange turns up. Your juice.
Oh, I drink it immediately.
Okay.
You know. And I inform the Lord Captain what Roizen has said about the facility, and then I say, sir, quietly, so none of these other PCs or any NPCs. I do the lean in thing. It's not West Wing. We're not walking talking. This is more Dungeons and Dragons set in a port city, and we're meeting in a back alley with cloaks on, and I'm just like, sir, I could find this Helos and bring him to Helos. I have the protocols.
If you're talking to him quietly, why are you doing quotation marks?
I feel as though he'll get in contact with us eventually. What we should do is get to the clockwork tower to figure out what's going on.
We're in the clockwork tower, sir.
Is it the Clockwork?
No, you're not. No,
Oh.
this is Harlock's Folly. The Clockwork Court is a different building.
The legislative building. All right.
In
Well,
the meantime, we should try to get Riani to us.
Really? We have Royce in here.
Yes, but Riani was with us at the Clockwork Tower.
Okay. All right.
If there's some sort of weird energy he's sensing back, that's the same as the one at the Clockwork Tower, that Clockwork Tower over in that pleasure world.
Yeah.
Goddess.
Honest.
Yes.
You're not here. You're not in this conversation. Look, sir. If you'll recall, we didn't need Riani for that situation. We just rolled up to the top floor and shot a demon in the face.
I don't mean to fight that demon. I mean to figure out if it's connected some way.
Oh, okay. I mean, it almost certainly is, sir. Your sister was here and definitely set this chain of events into play.
Okay.
All right. I'll Vox and get it all done.
Okay. Someone will bring a flyer down with Riani on board.
All right. Are we going to the judicial hall now to Clockwork Tower it up?
Yes.
Or are we waiting here for Riani to arrive so that she can...
Because you're close to the spaceport, but it'll take her half an hour to get down here.
Yep. So the question is, do we wait here for her to tell us if she's feeling anything, whether it's hot or cold? Maybe ask the spirit what its name is. That's right, I'm back on that fucking Ghostbusters Roto-Rooter. So should we wait here for her, or should we continue on without her?
Is there no place for a shuttle to land near the building?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the problem is it's mostly swamp around here, right on the edge of the water. So
I'm telling you, sir, it's
an
Louisiana.
Arva Slider probably could still put down here relatively easily.
We could get a Valkyrie, sir, and then drop her out using their drop shoot system.
Why don't we just get more gun cutters? Those seem very great for what we do. They have guns and they have a lot of cargo space.
I don't disagree with that, sir. They do send a certain message, however.
And?
Sometimes you have a Nero problem, and sometimes you have a Lord Commodore problem. And a gun cutter is a Nero problem.
I was going to say that's more of a solution than a problem, but
I agree. Nero is a solution to many problems. You know what they say? When all you've got's a Nero, every problem looks like an orc.
Could I ask everybody, please, to give me a awareness test at -30?
Great. Can you even roll if you have a negative?
You can. A 1 will always pass, a natural 1.
get fuck, boy, I crushed
Jesus
it.
Christ.
I did nothing. I actually didn't have a negative, interestingly.
Man, that's like 3 rolls in a row.
Wow,
that
the
did
two
not
of you
roll.
are totally clueless.
I will spend a fate point to try and make this reroll.
Why bother?
I'll do it too.
Because I've rolled high the last 3 rolls, so I'm due.
All right, that's
That-
Not yet.
That was
Not yet.
that was horrible. Please, don't
Okay,
do
yeah.
that.
Please never play a poker machine.
Yeah.
Bit screwed, right?
I've won money on every slot machine I've ever played.
If you only played one time.
Dawn, while guys are outside the building, working out where to go next, you spot there's not many buildings close to Harlock's Folly, but there are some probably about 100 or so meters away. You catch like a glint from the top of a building that it takes a moment to realize it's probably from some sort of
Zombie
scope.
sniper.
And the moment you spot it, you realize that whoever has it has spotted you spotting them, and so somebody ducks out of sight on the roof of this building.
Can I jetpack up there?
Yeah, so Dawn just kicks his piece out.
We're in the middle of conversation, just nonsense.
I turn to the Lord Captain and I say, it makes more sense why everyone hates the Mandalorian now.
What the hell are you talking about?
Don't worry about it. We should probably follow her as Nero begins kicking up into a run.
Give me a piloting personal roll, please, Dawn.
All right.
I jump over to them.
Have you guys did you guys ever see the trailer for Warhammer Online where the orc gets tossed and slams into a wall? That just went through my head when James was like, "Give me a piloting personal roll."
It's all fun and games until you have to bank a roll.
No worries. You launch over there and you drop down to the roof. There's a figure who was sort of ducked down below the edge of the roof who's quite surprised to see you suddenly land near her. So she's a woman. She's got a sort of like a Chinese appearance to her, although she has an augmentic eye, short black hair, wearing some sort of carapace armor. And she, in her hands, has a bolt carbine, very, very well made. Like, you don't really have much appreciation for technology, but even you can tell how expertly this gun is made and fitted with all sorts of extra accessories as well. Give me a +10 awareness test to see if you spot someone before next thing happens.
Is this like a choice? Can I just like kick her in the face right now to subdue her, or like
this is you know something? That's all. So make the awareness roll first. Yeah.
So +10.
Yep.
4.3.
Okay, you do spot the symbol of the Inquisition on the barrel, or not the barrel, but like on the housing of the gun. But she's not wearing any logo. She's just wearing like black with silver lined carapace armor and a greatcoat over the top that hides the armor.
But it's on the gun.
It's on the gun, yeah, and
not on. She doesn't have the logo on her armor or anything like that.
No,
she's mostly incognito.
Okay.
That's not even remotely incognito.
Hey, it is the Inquisition.
So I say to her,
Stop in the name of the Rogue Trader dynasty. You're under arrest for fashion crimes.
Yeah. What up, bitch?
Essentially, that's what happened here.
Okay, I'm trying to work out whether or not this is something Dawn would actually do. Okay, come quietly. Don't make this difficult for me. And I go to grab her and jump off the tower back down. Yeah.
As Nero finally gets to the top of the stairs.
No, it's too far away for that, no. Okay, so I want to give me a -20 piloting test.
Okay.
Person to carry someone else's weight like that.
And that's how Dawn became a heretic, killing a member of the Inquisition, banished from her order forever. She ends up joining the very group she once led.
So there is two reasons for this. First, Dawn doesn't think this woman's a part of the Inquisition because normally the ecclesiarchy, they wear it on their sleeves. You know what I mean? Like they wear it proudly that they're a part of what they are. And this weapon could have easily been taken from someone or anything like that. So she would rather pass over the decision making to the Lord Captain, which is part of the reason why she wants to bring her to him. So
-20. These valid points.
You said -20?
Yeah.
I'm going to reroll.
Okay.
I've got 5 of these, so I'm prepared.
You can only do it once.
You only do it once?
Yeah.
Yeah, per roll, yeah.
You just roll good, right?
Hey, look at that.
There you go. No problems.
Okay. So I don't know what the rest of you were pitching about. Okay. So
I had total faith.
Yeah. And you sort of like get to the point where as you're coming down to the land, you sort of drop her at the last minute so that she sort of falls sprawling while you land standing up in front of everybody else.
Oh, good work, Don. What did you
Thank
get?
you, Lord Captain. This was someone who was peering at us from atop of that tower with a sniper rifle with an Inquisition logo on it. I don't believe that she is a part of the Inquisition, though.
Oh, lovely.
She looks up at you. You're making a mistake. I am part of the Inquisition. I'm going to put my hand in my jacket.
You have to prove it to him, not to me.
I mean, if you try and make a move, I have someone else here that can make a move before you, probably.
Yeah, Nero. I would have put out Nero is standing profile with like a hand on his burning blade. We've gone very samurai genre now. He's just waiting for her to make a move.
Do you also have quick draw?
I have a thing that allows me to act even when I'm surprised. So I don't need quick draw.
Have you heard of it?
I actually do have quick draw, but
yeah, I was saying. I think Adrian also has.
I simply can't be surprised. I always get a roll, even if I am.
Okay, she pulls out the equivalent of an acolyte's rosette. So which includes sort of like a finger prick thing, which sort of shows an indicator that the person carrying it is the person who owns this one.
Yeah, I just say, who do you work for?
I work for the Inquisition. That's what this means.
Who do you work for?
Perhaps we should
actually let's get into the Chimera. We're going to have a lovely conversation on the way to somewhere.
Give me.
Nero is going to take her identification and just make sure, because this would be the most Among Us bluff possible to just be like, come on, I said I'm the sheriff. 2 people are dead. There's an 80% chance that I could, I could be wrong. Would I really take this risk?
By the way, just everyone give me an A+0 awareness test.
Damn it.
Man, we're rolling a lot of eyeball rolls.
I don't know why you call it Unquiet. It should just be called awareness tests.
5.5.
All right.
God damn, boys. Come on.
So Dawn and Nero both spot.
I don't want to hear it.
He is wearing a micro bead.
All right, I'm going to just take it from her. I'm going to crush it in the process, too. Before I do, I'm just going to be like, we're going to have a nice chat. And if you are who you say you are, we'll speak again. If not, the Unquiet is going to be the least of this woman's concerns. Crush.
Nero, did you just threaten the Inquisitor Acolyte?
Well,
quite
no.
Possibly.
That's ridiculous. If she is who she says she is, then she's of no threat from us. Now I look over her credentials.
Nero, you threatened an Inquisitorial Acolyte.
I'm looking over her credentials, James. Are these legitimate?
Yeah, I mean, so all it basically is effectively it just shows that she is an acolyte of the Inquisition, and it does that clear thing where she pricks her finger and it does a blood test and shows that the person holding it therefore is the owner of this rosette. The rosette has no other powers. It doesn't tell you her name or details about her or who she works for. It just signifies that she is a bonded member of the Inquisition.
All right, I sit her down in the back of the Chimera and I say, "Who are you? Tell me details about yourself and who do you work for?"
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
I believe that you lack the authority to command me to reveal, other than the fact that I work for the Inquisition.
All right, so
how about this? How about I ask you?
Nero's getting ready to be like, I need everybody to step outside for a moment. But then look at Nero turns, he's like, what's going on?
Nero, sit down.
He'll back this play. All right.
Please, let's give her a refreshment.
Nero
Open
gets
the wine cooler and give her one of the bottles.
Yep.
give her some Rinka.
I get it from an R2D2 style dispenser. It fires it to me from across the room.
We have 2 seats already taken up in this place. One is the calculants array. The other one is the wine cooler.
Have you closed up the Chimera, or are you just doing this parked with the back door open matter of interest?
We're going to. Everybody's going to get inside. And
There's no way we're doing this with a fucking open tank. I don't want to get shot by a sniper rifle.
So James, we pull down the side thing and I start cooking everyone's sausages while we're out here. We have a nice little barbecue.
We use the unfoldable tent thing at the top so that someone can take a rest if they need to.
Yeah, I'm over there nailing in the windbreak. We're camping here.
I bet you Chimeras could probably actually do that. They are Imperial Guard vehicles.
Fuck you, Baltimore. Come by my Chimera store.
Yeah, I wait to see what the Lord Commodore does. Oh, I open the bottle for her and pour it into. It's not even a wine glass. It's just like a skull mug and hand it to her. It's a good vintage.
All right. She smells it first, then has a drink.
Maybe alcohol, but it's not exactly purely poison.
He seals the bottle back up.
Anyway. What is your name?
I am Acolyte Arcadia.
Yes. Do you know of a way I can get a hold of Helios?
He should be with us presently.
Oh. Do you have his Vox number?
8675309, of course.
Yep. Yeah, she gives you a frequency.
Excellent. I think Pierre will go to open the hatch.
Okay, no worries. There's three people.
Vox call to him.
There's three people standing outside the back of the Chimera when you open the hatch.
Each of them has an exotic weapon, Knights of Ren style.
So one of them wears carapace armor, which is reminiscent of Arbitrae's style armor. So he has like a pair of sort of goggles on though on his face that are like some sort of photo visors, and he has almost like a cowboy style hat on with an inquisitorial logo on the brim of the hat.
Oh my God, James!
Yeah.
Is his name Prindar Creed?
I would love a callback.
That'd be a hell of a callback.
And like he has a bolt pistol and a chainsaw at his hip as well. He's also wearing a respirator. There's another man who is wearing. They're all wearing coats that cover like rain resistant coats over their armor, but the other guy is wearing some sort of heavier, almost like stormtrooper carapace that's is black in color, but you can see it's been black painted over. Like a bare steel originally, like it's like not the way it's been produced. It's like someone has actually gone over it with regular house paint over the top of what would have been like metallic steel armor.
They didn't even scuff the surface primed and paint over top.
Yes, that's right. That guy's wearing a helmet and has a bolt gun in his hands. The last figure doesn't seem to be wearing any armor under his coat, except the fact that he's wearing a metallic face mask, almost like. Have you seen the Saw franchise? Think of like Billy the Puppet from the Saw franchise. Like that's a sort of face mask. It's like a laughing puppet face. And he has a sword in his hand, which is well, actually, it's not cracking energy because you're too close to a null. But you can see on the sword is a symbol of the Astra Telepathica. And yeah, they look sort of ready as the thing goes down. Although there is like I guess a momentary where they relax a little bit. Like no one's pointing guns at the moment. They just two people have weapons out. They're just at readies. But yeah, that's what you see.
Gentlemen, please come inside. Let's have a drink.
I already have drinks ready for them.
Yeah, I was gonna say Nero's waiting with the tray of Rinka.
Right. I want to be clear. I'm probably bigger than all these guys, so I flex my muscles and I say, "I'm Nero the Blade of the Hand of Calixis," as I hand them the drinks.
I got to say, by the way, that like by the time you put like 10 to 12 people in the back of a Chimera with a calculus array, you're all shoulder to shoulder.
Good,
Yeah.
Good.
It's very
because I might not be good at fighting
here.
at this range, but we have Dawn. Yeah, Dawn's gonna cut through the whole room. Then she's gonna be outside and be like, "Nothing personal, kid." As she puts the cowboy hat on.
So Arcadia leans over to the guy with the hat on and says something in some sort of cant. Although you do pick up the word Nero in that cant.
I mean, I got knowledge inquisition. Is there anything I got out of that?
Well, this is like their private, like the same way you got your private. Yeah, like you can definitely pick up. This is definitely an inquisitorial cipher, but they've got their own cant.
We didn't get the pamphlet.
Yeah, and Although, actually, what I will is I'll get you to give me still a knowledge Inquisition roll though, at +10 though, Arthur, because you won't be able to translate what they're saying, but you might still learn something from this.
I got forbidden law Inquisition. Does that?
You can do that too. Then.
Yep.
As
Plus
well.
10 or
God damn.
negative
10, yeah.
I'll reroll.
Screw it, I'll reroll. I don't care.
3.6.
Bondo, please stop being sooner. It's not working for you.
I'll die at
2 degrees of success.
Okay. So Dawn and Nero both recognize that the particular style of cipher they're using originates from the particular group of the Inquisition that are tied to the Tyrantine Cabal.
I'm just going to say, I'm going to talk over them while they're like, hibbity bobbity boobity. I'm just going to turn to Lord Captain, rolling my eyes, and say, Tyrantine Cabal, Lord Captain.
Oh, excellent. See, genuine things that I probably should understand some of that, maybe. Oh, who cares?
I expect that they are the agents of Inquisitor Lord Anton Zerb. You know, the one that you met with.
I know.
Or
who you're
one of his flunkies.
They all work for Zerb.
But these specific acolytes may not work directly for him.
Like we do. We work directly for that particular Inquisitor Lord. Right, Adrian?
I believe we are currently in his service, yes.
That sounds right to me. And I'm going to turn and flex on this Helos bitch.
All right.
You're getting closer and closer to fucking like an Old Spice commercial, Arthur. Every single time we play this game.
I'm on a horse.
Just like nipples flexing like
what this
constantly.
episode felt like.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit.
This is definitely been the one that's gone most off the track.
Okay. After they've obviously finished having whatever conversation, it was a couple of sentences back and forth, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But,
We talked over them the whole time, though.
I know exactly. Yeah.
James, is this somebody player character group from a previous campaign?
No, it's not. No.
Okay, because it sounds like it.
Yeah, the guy in the hat. So he's also wearing like a respirator. So when he talks, like his voice is filtered through.
Burn.
Yeah. I expect you to. That'd be very painful. She says she's heard of you. Nero the Blade, yes. She said you never miss.
Yeah. So Nero just looks at the not often used las rifle at his hip and says, "That's right."
So I just want to say, for the audience's sake, when they were talking to each other, the audience got like subtitles, and so she said to him, but for the audience's sake, she said to him, I know this man. He's known as Nero the Blade. He's a warrior. They say he never misses. And then his response was, why do they call him Nero the Blade if he shoots people? And she responded, probably because it sounds scarier. So that was their conversation.
Perfect.
They haven't gotten the updated list of titles where
it's okay, because this is exactly the kind of conversation I wanted when I came up with Nero's name.
Eventually, we're gonna get to the point where it's gonna be like Star-Lord, where they're like, who? And you're like, come on, man. Star-Lord. Like,
man.
Legendary outlaw.
The last word.
Legendary Arch-Militant.
Okay. So you obviously know then that we are agents of the Inquisition.
I think, given your hat, everyone knows you're agents of the Inquisition. What happened to stealth protocol?
Well, considering that we captured your friend, who was an agent of the Inquisition, you decided to walk into a tank that has a heavy flamer mounted on top of it in order to prepare to get your friend.
No,
Yes.
we were... Come on, Lord Commodore. They knew who we were coming in here. That was not their worst move. Their worst move was pointing a sniper rifle at us.
There you go. I dropped you an image in Roll20.
oh, okay.
Sword guy's got to be feeling pretty shitty right now.
Yeah.
The rest of his friends are like, we're really cool. And he's like,
oh, God. Yeah.
That was their only defense in melee, was that sword. Just got taken away.
So you said you know Zerb.
Indeed. An acquaintance of some sort.
So our master works for Zerb.
I roll my eyes at Adrian like, yep, we already covered this.
Please step inside.
Right, they're all inside now. That's why you're all
okay.
like,
That's why we're discussing.
Is your base near here, or
What was that? Sorry to say?
is your main base operations near, or is your main base operations at the Folly of Harlock, or?
No, we've just got an apartment in town we're using.
Excellent.
Nero tries not to laugh.
Sounds adorable.
Look, not everybody has the resources of a rogue trader, all right?
I know who he is, he says, pointing to Nero, but I don't know who you are.
Oh, I'm Lord Commodore Pierre Cowles. Please.
Right. He looks at the others to see, does that mean anything to anybody? And they all sort of like shrug. A rogue trader then.
Indeed. Well, can you take us to the Clockwork Tower?
To the Clockwork Court?
Yes.
Well, I'll give you a driver to, or he sends the guy in full armor to go and give Wally directions.
I'm not so good with these people moving around the cabin armed, but okay.
What are they going to do? Shoot themselves while they try to shoot in the tank?
It's pressured, so he'll go suck. You get sucked out the window if he does that.
As I said, it's all staying around there. So he's like the
Yeah, trying to go down the aisle in a really packed movie theater.
All right, I'm gonna flex intimidating at the person I suspect is Helos, aka Cowboy Hat, and say,
okay,
no stealth protocol. You're operating in the open. Why did you approach us?
We heard you'd arrived. We saw that you were meeting with the arbiters. We simply were trying to work out who you were and what your involvement is here.
Okay, what's your involvement here?
We're here on behalf of the Inquisition, investigating matters.
Yeah, how's that going? It's been about 10 years. Want me to report back next time we see Zerb?
We have our own methods. We have our own ways of reaching out to
Sherlock Holmes.
Ultimately, I'm here because I'm a fan of clocks. And you know who has the best clocks? The Harlock line.
All right. That definitely, there's like that gets interest from them.
Subtle, bro. Real subtle.
And now I'm hearing that there's some sort of thing going on with the Walking Dead people around here. The Unquiet?
Yes.
That's not our concern.
Ooh, that's not what we had heard. I turned to him and I'm like, I'm checking to see if he's a bitch.
Well, unfortunately, right now it's going to be your concern.
I believe that's a scrutiny roll, but
Yeah. You can be a scrutiny roll. Yeah.
Great, because I am highly skilled at investigations, as
I was
we
gonna
all
say,
know.
Could I also make this scrutiny roll?
Yes, no worries.
I am making the roll. I just don't think I will do it well. Did you say a +10 or a +0?
No, I just said +0.
Okay. Ooh, I got kind of close for someone with a 15.
Damn, dude, I cannot roll.
I'm not having a good night.
Yeah,
What is this scrutiny roll for?
I'm trying to see if this guy's lying because he says the Unquiet aren't what he's here for, and we know for a fact that somebody just told us that is what he's here for.
I'm gonna spend a fate point.
I'm also gonna spend a fate point, even though I'm hitting on a 1 out of 7. Nope, made it worse.
Yeah, I was gonna say this one's actually not terrible for me.
I think I'm giving up on rolling for tonight. It's just,
Yeah,
All right.
it's not working.
I got that
I
Solaris
know,
Knights luck carrying over.
I nodded him. I say, I believe you. Then why are you here?
We're here investigating a different matter. The Unquiet has been something we can divert ourselves with while our current trail goes cold, but as I said, we're not here for that specifically.
Yes, I'm asking you what specifically you are here for. And I'm saying it really scarily.
Okay. So what I will give you a scrutiny roll, even though you failed, is that this guy, none of these four seem at all intimidated by the situation or by Nero particularly.
But I haven't even rolled Intimidate yet.
Yep.
His nipples are rubbing so hard against his armor, they're bleeding.
Fucking
they've possibly been hypnodoctrinated.
Damn it!
Like effectively, they've received mental conditioning to resist intimidation, torture, etc.
What is the point of being incredibly scary if the one people you actually get to roll against are like, yeah, we actually can't be.
You literally can't do that to us.
No, they can be. It's just a big penalty.
I mean, Jack was not to intimidate him. He's just trying to get answers.
Yeah, but
Nero definitely wants to intimidate him.
That's what Nero always does. It's just funny that it's not going to work with somebody.
Well, I don't know your relationship with Zerb, but all I know is that we work for the Inquisition and you're a rogue trader, and the nature of our mission is an inquisitorial secret.
All right, I turned
And
on.
If you want to find out more about a mission, I suggest that you write to Zerb and ask him for information about a mission if you need to know about it, because I'm not at liberty to give it to you.
And if I was to tell you that I was agent for Zerb,
then he pulls out his rosette, says, I've shown you mine. If you can show me yours.
Is it like a secret touching rosetted symbology that they have?
The same thing as what she had, basically. This is something that affirms he is a member of who he says he is.
I did take the thing, so yes.
Okay, so you do show it? Okay.
Yeah.
Nero gasps and then makes a note to call Cassius Schrain.
Is it one of those things that you pull out, but you know how like the janitors have like those really big keychains with like 1,000 keys on it? Are you like looking through all your affiliation cards or something? And you're like, here it is. Here, this one.
It's like, that's my my Scintillan Regiment Colonel badge.
All right. He sort of like, they all share a significant NPC glance, and there is a palpable change in their demeanor to one that's slightly more relaxed.
Yeah, like basically their eyes go from bright orange to like green, and you hear kill mode deactivated. Like it's like
Yeah, they go from having yellow nameplates to having green nameplates.
God, you remind me of Divinity, where the neutral people are yellow.
We're here investigating Erasmus Harlock.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, we've not been able to get access to the parts of the folly that we think would be relevant. Our psyker, he indicates towards the guy with the mask, has detected something about the building, potentially demonic energy. But the Arbites, on their authority, have denied us access until they get some sort of clearance, which they're still waiting on.
Nero just laughs at the idea of the Inquisition being held up by paperwork. Like, what the fuck is the point of the organization?
So the problem is that these guys are acolytes, so their authority extends so far. They're not inquisitors.
So they're getting like a Centaur. I understand.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You really want to make people go watch that Wrath and Glory show now, don't you? On youtube.com/APGamingREAL.
You get a nice title, but it doesn't mean shit.
There's definitely something beneath. There's something beneath the folly in the morgue.
And they won't let you. Then the Arbites won't let you through.
Yeah, Arcadia got in there at one point. He indicates towards the girl, but she had to get out before she could find anything. We didn't want to alert the Arbitrates to what we were actually there for. Our mission was to say we were only there to help out with the Hollow Men situation, followed by the Unquiet. That was our reason to stay.
Interesting.
Sorry, did he just say the Hollow Man situation?
Yes.
Is that triggering anything?
No.
Not even Forbidden Knowledge Inquisition?
I'll take Forbidden Law Heresy.
Don't have that. All right.
I got one of those.
That's the reason why I just want to get knowledges. It seems like they're very useful.
So just roll straight 0.
Forbidden Law Heresy, yep.
I just want to get 8% better at shooting people.
Yeah, okay. You've heard of something to do with Hollow Men before. There is some sort of tech heretic group operating within the sector right now known as the Logicians. And apparently they have done experiments in the past with combining human and alien DNA. There was a group called the Hollow Men, which seemed to be the group of the Logicians that were actually working on this experiment.
So in Rogue Trader Can, I will inform the Lord Captain about that, what I understand to be what they're talking about.
Interesting. Well, if you help scratch my back, I'll help scratch your backs. I'll see if I can get you down
together.
I'll help you get down to the morgue. I need to go to that clock tower because I need something of interest from the Harlock line.
Well, I imagine if you're involved with Zerb, then that must be. It doesn't surprise me if you're involved with Zerb. Zerb is obsessed with the Harlock line.
I've noticed to a very uncomfortable degree.
How long have you been in service to Zerb?
We don't work for Zerb. We work for one of Zerb's minions.
How long have you been in service to them?
Rolls his eyes.
Yeah. 12 years.
So you've spent the majority of your career failing to solve this one problem.
If it's something to do with paperwork, it's not entirely their fault.
Nero's going to take her gun from Dawn and toss it to Arcadia. His level of respect for these people has hit rock bottom.
Oh, I want to point out, make it very clear. I did not pick up her equipment on the top of that building. I just grabbed her by the scruff and just took off.
She didn't let go of it. So she didn't drop her gun, so I assume that someone else has taken it. Either she still got it and had the whole time, or someone took it off and got it back to her.
No. We wouldn't have taken it from her. I took her comm bead. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just give them a look of disgust at their obvious level of incompetence.
We're stuck behind a...
How long? Well, we're also assuming they've been on planet since
10 years ago, which is what they told us.
No, that's not how long they've been working for their current Inquisitor.
How long have...
Arthur's right. They've been working for their master for 12 years, 10 years of which they've spent on this planet.
That was correct. That's what I thought. All right, so, yeah, I just... Lord Commodore... Well, this has been very revelatory. I don't think these people can help us in any way.
They're helping us now. They're getting us to the clock tower.
We can get ourselves... We have a vehicle. We can get to the clock tower.
Yes, but they're giving us directions.
It's a clock tower, sir. Would you like me to put the top up so we can look at it from a distance?
Nero, please, don't be so crass. Sit. Relax. Drink some wine.
Try not to drink when I'm in a room full of inquisitorial acolytes.
When are you ever, in a time other than now, in a room full of Inquisitor acolytes?
He remembers several times when that has happened.
Literally always, because he's in rooms with himself.
Oh,
and you.
That's true. The time we had dinner with Zerb. Anytime we meet with Pendergast, anytime we
those
meet with
were
Shrain.
acolytes. I think those were
real
Inquisitors. He's an inquisitorial
Sure.
Elder.
All right, you're making a very distinct distinction, but okay.
So Roizen leans quietly over to Thorn, who he's standing next to.
Mm-hmm.
And he says to you in Rogue Trader camp, that other psyker, I recognize the seagulls on his uniform. He's a combat psyker. He's a pyromancer, from what I can determine. He looks towards the girl. Clearly some sort of assassin, would you say?
Probably.
That looks like Stormtrooper Carapace and an arbitrator. This doesn't look like an investigation team. This is like a kill team. These people aren't. This is not who you would send if you wanted to find something out.
I lean over to Royzin and I say, he wears a fucking cowboy hat with the inquisitorial symbol, Royzin. You're an hour behind in this conversation, bro.
I think the important question here is, who are they here to kill? And I give Pierre the side eye.
Dun dun dun! There's a lightning bolt that strikes outside.
All right, you pull up out front of the Clockwork Court.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At the same time, you get a vox bead saying that Riani has arrived at the at Harlock Folly.
Oh, I ask her if she's okay, if the trip was well. Does she want to have lunch tomorrow? And is there any weird warp shit happening there? And is it like the other warp shit that we already saw?
Let me give her a test.
She's good at her job, though, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, apparently she is.
Pretty good at her job, yeah.
Yep. Okay. So, she goes off comms mode to think about it and then comes back on comms. There is something there. It's definitely demonic and it's fractured like an echo. It's not the same as what we experienced on Quaddus, but somehow there are similarities. This is whatever this is. It is not. It is demonic. It is evil, and it is beneath the folly.
So you're saying that
somehow
the
broken
house where we put all of the planetary security officers is also emitting an evil wave of demonic energy influencing them. Is it influencing them, Riani? Can you tell that?
I don't think it's that kind of power.
Okay, what kind of power is it?
I think that let's just see. So I believe that whatever this source is possibly what's causing this issue with the dead to not stay dead.
So you're saying if we went back there,
power.
okay. If we went back there and went into the basement of the police station, we could Resident Evil this whole situation. You think?
I don't know what that means.
I explained the premise to Resident Evil 2 to her.
Okay.
Riani, don't mind.
Nope, I keep going.
Riani, don't mind a lot of things that Nero's saying today. He's not been making sense.
It is a
Bill
montage.
Valentine.
I say the word stars really dramatically. All right, Riani. Now that you understand the context,
then yes.
Okay, I turn to everyone in the car, and without any rogue trader I just say, all right, police station's haunted. The evil is beneath it. Great job solving this, guys. We figured it out in 30 fucking minutes. I'm like screaming in Helios's face. Imperial citizens have been dying for 10 years because you're too fucking incompetent to solve what we solved in 5 minutes. I storm out of the car into the rain where I look pensively into the setting moonscape, and then I have an internal monologue.
Where you go?
It
I
was
didn't eat breakfast today.
It was then I realized the Inquisition was full of idiots.
But they just look cool. That's the important thing.
Yeah. It's all the great coats and inquisitorial badges.
So here's the thing: who are you sent to kill? Now that we figured out what's going on there, he just says to the acolytes, the kill team.
What do you mean? I told you why we're here. We're here to discover information about Erasmus Harlock.
Yes, but you're not equipped to discover. You're equipped to kill.
If you were sent here to discover things, where's your scribe? Who writes stuff down for you?
Ooh, that's a great question.
That's great. I can as well. But my purpose is to fly ships.
If you have issues with the way that our master has deployed their resources, then I suggest you take it up with them.
If I knew who they were, I might do so.
Well, then perhaps you aren't the investigators you claim to be.
At least somebody here is investigators. It's not them.
Fair enough. Well, we'll be back in a moment. Then we'll make a trip back to the.
I mean,
Folly.
my guess would be Sultavan, but.
Oh, excuse me, I need to touch some stuff in there.
I'm just gonna go rub my fingers all over the painting.
Just wait until I find a DNA scanner.
Need to go.
Breathalyzer.
I'm going to touch some things in there and see if anything reacts.
So, okay. I think probably what we'll do, because the Clockwork Court is a much larger scene than just you touching stuff until something glows. So we might do outros here. We'll come back with the Clockwork Court next week.
I really hope that the next scene is like the scene from Indiana Jones when he's just like, you must choose the cup. And you're just like, which one is the cup of Christ?
Nero's just pouring Ranka into each cup.
Oh, man.
So simple. He figured out my riddle. It's the one that turns the wine into water.
But I will give everybody 300 XP for their efforts today.
Great.
I don't know that I had any efforts today. Derailing the plot, simultaneously underrailing it.
I wouldn't have blamed you if you're like, all right, everybody takes subtracts your experience.
Hey man, I had a really cool scene where I flew a jetpack.
Yeah, it was dope.
And I didn't fail once.
That was hilarious.
That was bad.
I failed literally almost every roll I made tonight.
Look, man, I've played enough Battlefield to know when you see a shimmer like that, it's because a motherfucker's looking at you through a scope. Like, there's no running away from that.
I picked up Hardy and Resistance Sphere, so now I am even less afraid than these hypnotized motherfuckers.
Yeah, I gotta spend some of my XP.
I have 1,100 saved up.
Starting to take up a lot of room on my character sheet.
You're going for Inquisition +2, right? That's what you're going for, Pondo?
I could get Forbidden Lore Inquisition +10, but I don't know.
I'm probably going for that next, honestly. We need to have a conversation in character where I'm like, you didn't tell me, sir? I feel so betrayed.
Okay, I can't.
But what an incredible dramatic reveal, sir. Excellent work. Everyone was shocked, especially none more than me.
I love the idea that Dawn's just sitting there just being like...
Yeah. Like Adrian does some really quick mental math and goes, yeah, that checks out.
That scene.
It's like the only one didn't realize they've been, like, everybody's essentially the agents of Cabal. Is the only one's Nero.
Yeah.
But Nero isn't an agent. He's not an agent of the Cabal, though. He doesn't work for the Turrentine Cabal.
Yes, but you were included when we made the deal about getting the clearance.
Yes, and then I immediately signed up with Shrane. Immediately afterwards.
It's just everybody realizes they're technically all agents.
I just
filled the paperwork to get the Rosette.
Dawn is slowly becoming Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, basically, like, there's a scene in Endgame? Endgame. No, the one before Endgame, whatever that is.
Infinity War?
Yeah, where they're like they're on the planet of Titan and they're explaining the big idea, the big plan, and Drax is just over there yawning in the background. It's like, is that motherfucker yawning? He's like, nope. Your plan has I stopped listening.
I watched a video this week that was the screen test between Chris Pratt and Dave Bautista for Guardians. where like so Chris Pratt, obviously he hadn't lost all the weight yet from Community. From Parks and Rec, sorry. He was still trying to find the character, but like Batista had just like he had Drax down straight away. He turned to the screen test having painted his skin white, and he was just like did the whole sort of perfect stand completely still, overbear the other person while talking to them. And like people are putting in the comments like, I don't see, it's just Chris Pratt talking to nobody. What's going on?
Okay, I literally have that pulled up right now. I'm gonna watch that.
I was just thinking today about the Marvel thing where it's like Thor with his Australian roommate.
He's actually a New Zealander. He's not Australian.
It's called an electronic mail.
Do you have a computer? No. Why would I need one of those?
Why would I need a computer?
Oh, that series is great.
Yep.
Did you see the Easter egg in the Anthony Mackie ads for Xbox?
Nope.
No.
So have you seen these ads that have been on TV recently for the Xbox? So
I don't watch TV.
They've had Anthony Mackie playing as the Falcon, turning up to like a store and saying, "I've been gone for 5 years, non-existent, and I want to find out what's the latest thing." And then like there's the sales rep goes, "Oh, you tried the new Xbox?" And it goes, it's an ad for Xbox, and the assistant's really helpful, and he ends up buying an Xbox and walks away really happy. And then the assistant goes and like on the screen logs into Fortnite as Noob Master 69, which is the
Noob Master 69.
That's great. Oh, that's awesome.
One of the thought thread.
Yeah.
Speaking of noobs, that Master 69, let's talk to Fortnite streamer on his second account, Pondo 2 Mad. Pondo 2 Mad.
Pondo 2 Mad 2 Furious.
Someone should see if that's an Epic Games Store name. Please, Pondo. Go ahead.
I am Ponder Upon the Mad. You can find me here on Saturday nights as per usual. Or you can find me on my YouTube or Twitch on the respective sites /Ponder the Mad. There is no Pondo 2 Mad. I'm about 100%
there will be
certain.
by tomorrow.
I'm just checking right now. Actually, I've got Epic open at the moment.
Somebody already made a Solaris Knights referees Twitter account for parody. Don't worry, there'll be a Pondo 2 Mad very soon.
I don't have anything else that's going on at the moment. I'm still kind of waiting as far as doing anything or starting stuff. I'm still waiting till after I move. And then I have some couple ideas that are probably too ambitious to what I would like to do, but I'll give them a shot anyway.
Good.
Yeah. I will recommend everybody going by, start watching Solaris Knights. Pretty fun show. If you appreciate it's just essentially a parody of regular sports casting, is a good show to watch if you don't want to watch the battling.
I feel like you might be saying something about my sports casting. I'm just not sure what it is.
You're doing. What do you mean?
I don't know. I wouldn't call it.
I'm not saying
parody.
you're bad. I'm just saying it's BattleTech is one of those settings that's not really meant to be taken seriously.
You mean a series in which Duncan Fisher exists? Could be taken seriously? Duncan Fisher here.
Sports fans.
My that hit harder than my ex-wife when she had an alimony check flop on my table.
Arthur, have you ever seen the movie Basketball?
I am aware that such a movie exists.
It's really good.
You should go watch it because they have some amazing, terrible sports casting in there, which you could probably learn from. Maybe.
I learned all of mine from the Dodgeball movie.
Yeah.
ESPN HBO show.
Yeah, I honestly think that Dodgeball got all of their stuff from Basketball. Because 100%. Like, it's made by the South Park people, and it's like fucking perfect. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, to be honest with
I mean,
you.
both those movies were done by Trey Parker and Matt Stone. So
Oh, really?
Oh, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
That's probably why. Yeah.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Got anything else, Pondo?
No, not at the moment.
All right, let's speak to a person who is similar to Pondo in some ways, in a sort of humanitarian level. You know, they are a human. Big Spoon.
You fucking bro, you're assuming his
I'm a lizard. Thank you
The
very much.
species? Come on now. Come on now.
I mean, we are. Well, no, I guess you're from West Virginia. Well, but you live in the Midwest now. I'm from the Midwest and no longer live there.
Big Spoon, you missed your opportunity to be like, no, sir, I am a meat popsicle. Like,
I mean, I'll tell you what's funny. The house I'm buying.
Come on.
I mean, the house I'm buying right now is actually people who moved to West Virginia for some reason. I just thought it was hilarious.
That is a interesting.
they heard all the
coincidence.
Commotion and they couldn't. They don't believe it's that bad.
They had some couches to burn, and so they. That's the only thing I know about West Virginia. Yeah, so I'm
That's
Big
enough.
Spoon. You can find me over on Twitter at Big Spoon 223 or on Arthur's Discord. I'm here on Saturdays for Rogue Trader, and I'm a gladiator on Solaris Knights. So, yeah, I'm going to be logging on and playing some Empyrean after this to drop my destroyer.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm pumped.
We'll have to fly together, bro.
Yeah. But that's it for me. I'll be back next week when hopefully Nero has decided what genre we're in.
I'm telling you, we're in a supernatural murder mystery noir western in Louisiana during Reconstruction.
Slash samurai film, because that got mentioned.
No, but that was just Nero being Nero, right? We've
What was the
rarely
other
seen
part,
Nero
then?
even touch his sword, but he went for it for a specific reason. Because a
He
sizzling
knows someone's gonna get in melee combat. with
No,
him.
imagine, all right, scene, nighttime, lots of great coats around, flaming sword, sizzling rain.
All right, Mel Gibson.
Yeah,
Calm down.
it would have been fucking sick, right? That's why I didn't threaten to shoot her. That's why I had my hand on the sword.
I see.
You got to keep your eye on the ball when it comes to the way that you look. It's style and substance, the Nero the Blade way.
Form and function.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. It's the Vulcan method. Yep. you got anything else there?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right. You know, speaking of Vulcans, Grimdark James.
Yeah, I need to apologize. I was incorrect, by the way. Dodgeball had nothing to do with Trey Parker and Matt Stone. It was just basketball. So for some reason I thought they were involved, but apparently not.
Because I was about to say, hot damn, that sounds like that one was more like a Rob Schneider movie than it was like a Trey Parker movie. But
Yeah. So my mistake. Yeah, I'm Grimjack James. You can find me here on Wednesday for Cyberpunk, back on Saturday for Rogue Trader, otherwise on Arthur's Discord. Hope you all had a good time tonight watching the show. Hope everyone had a good time playing the show.
yeah, it was
And
fun.
I will be back here this week. Back to you, Arthur.
No, we're going to Dave. Back to you,
Buy
Dave.
my shit. Buy my shit.
Where can I buy your
that's it.
shit? Where would I do that at?
Steam, go into your preference, turn on the adult only content, my dudes. Then you search for Pieces of My Heart. And when you're on that page, you can buy it, but then you can also click on the developer button and go to Kinky Fridays. And there you'll see that I've got 3 games up on Steam, ready to go. You can buy one of them. You can wishlist the other 2. I'll have another one coming up pretty soon. Another 2, actually, most likely, coming up pretty soon. And yeah,
It's a little known fact, by the way, that Pieces of My Heart actually contains actual pieces of Dave's heart in the game.
it does. Yeah, the blood,
They're
sweat, and
Horcruxes,
tears.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Everything written in that
keeping it
game
on.
right now is written by me. So, you know, if that stuff gets you there, let me know. I don't know.
Man, this dialogue, it resonates with me so much.
Yeah, please
okay.
let him know on Arthur's Discord too, just so that Arthur can cringe.
Yeah, so that Arthur has to see it.
I've had so many people come to me and be like, "Man, the writing is so good in this game." I'm like, dude, I literally shat that writing. Like,
Damn, dude, I was just watching an isekai harem anime, and I just copied all the lines that the hero was saying. Damn, I can't believe people love this shit so much.
Nah. It actually, most of the girls come from my dating experiences, to be honest with you.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Don't tell my ex-girlfriends that though.
I try not to talk to anybody's ex-girlfriends.
Well, good luck with that.
Oh, friends, we made it to the end of the stream. We'll be back next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know there was a week where we won't have Pondo, but my schedule's not open right now. And even though it would only take me 3 buttons to get there, I've decided to just...
It's the 3rd. I can't make it.
Okay.
Over Easter, I think is the 3rd or whatever. I think I'll be fucking.
Yeah, because that'll be my Easter Sunday too. So I'll be taking my kids around the garden looking for Easter eggs. Hopefully not still in the driving rain.
All right, so it works out.
Good deal.
Oh, it's good. I'll be at the parents-in-law, mother-in-law place for the weekend, so I'll be going skis.
Sucks to be you.
Wow. Oh,
I just assume that nobody likes their in-laws like me.
A strong condemnation of the mother-in-law from Grimdark James.
Yep.
Right out of left field.
The father-in-law is a bit of a butt, but the mother-in-law is the sweetest, sweet lady. So
okay.
Friends, I have nothing to add. Everyone's already done my advertising for me. Why would I attempt to ruin a good thing by continuing to talk?
bye.